Well, I think we're live. Hello, everybody.
The internet is here watching us? Damn.
I mean, that seems very creepy and weird, but yes.
I mean, right? If we did a live and in the title said in our bathroom or on the toilet, some people would watch, a fan of ours for the last 10 years who's only tuned 3 lives would suddenly be on that one. Right? Suddenly.
Yes. Yes.
And do you know what? You do you.
Mm-mm.
You do you.
Perfect. Uh, Mark Lawrence already sent the PayPal. You saw that.
I didn't, but that is excellent. Good stuff, good stuff. Things will be generating once we get going. How's everyone doing today? We're doing AI ship creations, and this time we've got two different AI engines to utilize: the new Google Gemini and the original. And as you've seen from the pre-show sort of graphic that you can see on the left of the screen here, it is a different sort of image generation. If you sort of constrain it a little bit, it will slightly more successfully force two things together in a blend versus forcibly creating something brand new. But that, with Trek pieces, can be thoroughly interesting. So, vibe-wise, can be quite different, and I've got quite a few ones prepped that are interesting. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. And we're hoping for your ideas as well, guys. This is the point of this. So, $5 to mash up two ships together. You can get double that if you do PayPal. But in five, you get to mash up, well, two ships each, but four ships total into two creations. You know what I mean? Um, should be a fun time. I always love these because sometimes it's hilarious, other times it's like, that's not so bad.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? The joy of this can be sometimes they're not so bad, and sometimes they're rather good. And if you get two amazing ones out of the whole batch, that's still pretty satisfying, and it does happen. Also, one thing
Mhm.
to consider as well: the new art generation, it understands concept art somewhat. So if you like a certain concept art piece of John Eves did or Rick Sternberg, it can remodify that in its own way. So that's a fun thing, right? Take, oh gosh, one of the star bases from a movie, right? Or the scimitar, and say make this something else. It will probably do that and might look really kind of cool. So just letting you guys know, it can do that as well.
Hmm. So yeah, lots of potential for cool stuff coming out of this, and just having a good time is basically what we're doing. So yes. All right.
So I'm going to start generating Mark's first one. So that is going, and I'll start sharing. Yeah, put some ideas in, guys.
Hmm. All right. Well, we already got another super chat from Olivia as well, but we'll get to those after we share the video and stuff and actually get officially started here. So in the meantime, just make sure you hit that like button. There's 22 of you here and 9 likes. Let's get those likes up to 20. Justin says, why does the galaxy or why does the nebula class look meaner with the front of the saucer cut out? That looks pretty fantastic,
I
if
mean,
I'm
yeah, talk about the
honest.
first one, Stuart, because that was a surprise to me, and I was very surprised and pleased.
Yeah, when I saw the thumbnail, I was like, wow, that's impressive. Um, this is an awesome design. You can see it's merging like Akira style
Design.
nacelles. Oh yes, Akira style nacelles, which actually improves the Nebula class look immensely, in my opinion. This actually is quite a successful build. I mean, those nacelles would have to be very upscaled, I think, if they are Akira, but it honestly works really well. I do like the cutout as well, and it's not a shuttle bay, which is also awesome. Love the windows in there. So, yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff about this nebula on the thumbnail. Uh,
It was, of course,
yeah,
a
what
Nebula Nova.
Nova?
I think so,
Mm,
or Steamrunner. One of them with a
probably
cutout, I believe. But I like how it just kept mostly one, but actually,
where to get the Akira nacelles from?
or the Akira. I forgot which one
I
it
was gonna
was.
say it's probably the Nebula
Oh no,
and
it's no,
Akira.
there's a Steamrunner. Not Steamrunner. There's a Saber class nacelles. Yeah, so
Mm,
yes, it's taken the like I just love the fact that it because it's a brand new image, right? It's a fully created artificial image, yet it kept the texturing of the Galaxy class model super consistent, and yet broke the registry like where things are, and it kept the nacelles, but yet yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look cohesive, but you could tweak this 20% and get it ready for the fleet. It is not far off, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it did something really funky with the registry there, for sure. Slid it over a bit. Alrighty, well, cool.
Huh, I ran out of. Apparently, Gemini, I've reached the limit of what I can do today with all these prepped images. Well, okay. Back to GBT I go. That's so funny. Well, I had lots of prepped ones, but I guess I used all of my tokens. They never send me tokens you get in a day. What dicks? Okay. Oh, well. That's okay. Right, Stuart, do you want to bring one in, though, of the lot that I have prepped? And then,
Okay, let's start with this one.
and these are all based on the newer system, which, as I say, has just locked me out. But hey-ho, I got the prep ones.
Can they see the
Doing
screen?
it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
So this looks like a mashup between an Akira and a Centaur class. And it's asymmetrical, which is an interesting choice. Again, I love when AI just decides to go asymmetrical with things. It actually works in this case. I kind of like the look of that. Usually the asymmetry from AI is kind of awful, but this has a very unique look. I do love the one pontoon there, but you can definitely see the influences of both ships until you get to the struts where it gets a little confusing. It kept the Centaur strut, but also added the Akira strut. So it's doing something really funky there.
Yeah, it's decided to. I mean, this is a really hard Photoshop to literally combine them, but with the same lighting and seamlessly. And you can't really tell where one begins and one ends because they kind of blend. And yet I can
Hmm.
see the component pieces so strongly, but they're together. They're not that. I mean, this kind of feels like a Frankenship that
Oh, for
you
sure.
that you see in a graveyard, but they've so really masterfully rebuilt together, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I like the pontoon on one side, but not the other. That's quite an interesting idea, and I'm not opposed to it at all. Usually, for Starfleet ships, there's a lot of it's all symmetry going on, but I'm a fan of this actually, with a few tweaks here and there. Obviously, some of the strut issues need to be fixed, but
Oh yeah, you pick a lane and go with it. This is
yeah,
not picking a lane nor going with it. But it's genuinely got some charm that has no right to have. Right?
yes,
I don't mind the double pylons.
yeah.
Right? They're actually kind of interesting. I'm going as far as say they're any good, but they're
Now this
interesting.
one, there's a lot of better ones that are pre-generated here, but I wanted to pull this one in because it's quite interesting way to kick things off. Like you said, a Frankenstein fleet ship kind of deal.
Absolutely.
So,
Alright, so we've got the first one. Now again, this is all whatever it interprets, right? So you've asked for a prompt.
this
So
is Mark's.
this is Mark's first one. It's a little bit complicated, so I had to clarify some stuff. So read out what he clarifies.
Well, he does say, let's see what a prompt from hell does to change a ship. LOL. A Constitution class from hell and a Galaxy class from hell. So I don't know what that means exactly.
Well, we'll find out. So that's what it gave me. So we have to brighten this up because, of course, that's ridiculous. But that is a common thing with this. So let me do that in the
It
engine.
looks like a zombie Defiant.
Hmm.
There's no mashup though. I don't see the Galaxy class
Well, no, from
at
hell.
all.
I would say it's a Constitution class from hell, whatever that was prompted.
Oh, I thought he was mashing a Constitution class from hell with a Galaxy class from hell.
No, I
Okay.
think it's just one of each. So when you brighten up, now that's quite cool. I mean, because I was wondering if it was going to think from hell meant from Satan's pit or
Mhm.
from destroyed. And obviously it went, well, what did it go from? Because it kind of went from both, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely got some, like I said, it's got a zombie feel to it.
Yeah,
It feels like a zombified ship. Got some rust, got some holes, got some smoke trailing off from the bridge, which is looks like
yeah.
it's on fire. The only issue is the cells aren't exactly even, but not a huge issue, honestly.
Well, you know, what one's been bulking up. Yeah, I really like the green sort of death zone on the left. It really, like, if there was an episode of Stranger Worlds where this appeared, and it was literally the idea of it came from the Event Horizon universe, and that was literally a breach and parallel universe where it's just a foggy, smoky dimensional rift inside the Connie hull. That's what I think when I see that, and I'm actually kind of like, I'm down for that.
Hmm. Yeah, it's rather impressive, honestly.
And you've got to consider that it had to recreate the image of a galaxy as well, right? That's the thing. It's
Yes.
able to do the. Oh, sorry, Connie. It is one of the most famous ships ever. I did give it a prompt, but did manage to recreate it. So, you know, well done for the most part. Mark, what do you think? What say ye in the chat? What say ye?
Well, I think it's a success for a Constitution from Hell.
I would agree.
All right, guys, 28 of you here and only 15 likes. Hit that like button. I want to get up to 20. You could probably do 25, no problem. So make sure you hit the like button.
So next, he wanted the galaxy from hell, and again, all I'm doing is the prompt and seeing what comes out.
Jesus. Um, it's literally bass backwards. Nothing about that to me says Galaxy class.
1701D.
Well, yes,
So
but
that literally
the
says,
the shapes, I mean,
wow, who needs shapes? Where we're going, we don't need shapes. That's the right franchise, right?
sure. It's got the same hole as the Connie did in the saucer, and it's got like a molten core. It's almost like a molten ship that's crusted over.
Yeah. So
Mm.
do you want to try move to zoom, see if that will affect the video?
If I want to try to move zoom.
Move this
Oh,
to zoom.
yes,
All
sure.
right. All right, everyone, have a think. Comment on this. We will see you in 1 second. I mean, I'm still here, just, you know. Yeah, what do you think? I mean, it's definitely a demon spawn ship. Is it a galaxy class? Yes, no. As the prompt says, and as you know, Mark got quite a few for his thing put into PayPal, and then we'll get a lot more support. Hello, a lot more of the support. It makes a big difference. So help if you can. If you have ideas. How do I add people once again? Participants, invite, copy invite, then go gay. Here I'm again. Hello, 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 everybody. Let's see. And then we want to give it to Stuart. There's Stuart's face. Okay, great. Yes. So yeah, next one we have after this is the Defiant from Hell. And then last of all, in Mark's pre-show, is a Sovereign from Hell. Let's wait for Stuart to appear his good self. The man, the myth, the legend. Will he reappear? Have you reappeared, my good man?
I don't know. Have I?
Yeah, seems better.
Perfect.
We tried to give you our tutelage, our custom teams. All right. Anyway, so that was, I think, a reasonable success for artistic flair, and I'll shift everyone in a second. I'll just put the next one in though, Stuart. It is the Defiant from Hell, and Hell's hard I stab at it.
To be fair, this is the second Defiant from Hell because the Connie was the Defiant as well.
Yeah. All right, now I can shift over. Right, your thoughts?
It's doing the same thing overall. I mean, there is a green glow coming from the one to sell instead of a hole in this ship, but also the front end seems a little stretched out. But overall, it's got that molten lava core with like the hard crusting over it with the cracks in it. It has, and the green eeriness, the gas around it. It all feels like they're part of, they've been stuck in a nebula of some kind that's corroding the hull. Like you could definitely come up with a story for these things, but I can't explain the stretch front end.
Well, no, yeah, maybe it got attempted to be pulled into a universe of demon spawn, and as it was allowed to, it escaped. It did not quite retain its, structural integrity. Yeah, I think that's quite cool again, and that's why I love adding images, because it did keep a Defiant, right? But it is fun how this one's a magma feel.
Magma.
And it's kind of, but it's chosen to make it along all of the seam lines and panel lines. So there's a structure to it that goes beyond just the, just the it's a bit red. So I felt there's some logic it's applied, which I quite like.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right,
I
Olivia's
prefer the
next.
Connie out of the three though so far because it's for accuracy. But even the nacelles on that were a little wonky. So
Yeah, yeah, but it's about how much demon spawn it is demon spawned. All right, if you want to read the next one, the first super chat, sorry, which is Olivia's.
isn't there four for?
Yeah, but I
Mark?
want to prep the next one, and you can read it so I can
Okay.
get yes. Many multitasking, Stuart. Many multitasking.
Yes, and Ray Rex also sent to PayPal, just so you know.
I'm working on it.
And there's another one as well. All right, Olivia Julius, $10. I got something very cool for you. Mash up the NX-01 and the Intrepid class. The NX Prid. I don't know. This will be an interesting one, yeah.
But the last in Mark's tremendous pre-chat is a Sovereign from Hell.
What is going on with those struts and the cells, man? Again, this one's kind of ditched the green hole or the glow to just do the magma thing. Man, you could definitely work a story around these kind of images, but yeah, that's pretty impressive. It's kind of changed all the shapes on this thing though, which is a weird choice. It's also like 4x3ing it, which
It has a habit of saying, "Nah, we'll just." I mean, fair. Most people don't care, but it's helpful when doing certain shows to not have it be, a box.
just throw in widescreen as a keyword. Tends to catch on after a while, hopefully.
And then
No,
sometimes,
this one isn't. Oh, go ahead.
well, then sometimes lose it again. Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah. This one's not as successful as it's more successful than Galaxy class was, but I think in order of successfulness, it's the Connie, the Defiant, Sovereign, and then the Galaxy class, because the Galaxy class was a huge flop, if I'm telling the truth. So
I actually,
yeah,
I kind of like it. I like it's giving off Intrepid from Picard vibes of the Basards being on fire, but it's intentional, right? And I think it's actually quite a good choice to keep as if it was intentional. I have no idea, right? But to actually have the main crack line of Doom and Demon to be the phaser strip. It's kind of symbolic.
yeah.
That's actually quite clever. And the windows being red. I mean, I guess the construct is also having a play around.
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
I mean, this is a cool piece of art. I mean, if you could fix the nacelles a little bit to be more like symmetrical, it's a pretty cool thing. And you could do an entire fan film story with this the
Hmm.
concept of just a sovereign where you're doing this. Like this is great for inspiration. Yeah, I really like that. But yeah, Strip, bring in one of the other ones while we are generating away.
Uh, just bring in one of my favorites that I see here. That is this one, which I assume is a Type 11 shuttlecraft. And Centaur?
No, it's a
I
scout
don't
ship and a
know.
centaur. It's not Type 11 at all, shit. For insurrections, it's the scout ship.
Yeah, that was a Type 11.
Nope, Type 11 is a shuttle. Scout ship's called the scout ship.
Wow, well, you just made me look stupid, so thank you.
I did nothing. Yeah, so it kept it pretty much consistent, but it did stretch a lot of the shapes. All the top detailing's a bit different. It's plugged in the the forward window with just groovly shit.
Mm,
Not particularly successful,
no,
but I don't mind the
just
variant itself. You know,
I like putting the cells on that ship. I think it's kind of cool,
it's not what you normally do.
but not the best of cells, if I'm honest. A little skinny.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, again, USS Nexus on this one. Interesting place for the registry as well.
Horrendous place, you mean?
No, interesting. I like it.
Oh, it's more or less being like eaten by the pennants and such. And it's also added windows. Because the scout ship has no windows except the window. So the fact that it now is forcibly force fed a few places. I don't know. Still pretty cool though. If a bit
Mm.
on the nose.
Yeah, overall shapes I like. So
Alright, so Olivia's is up. We've got a NX meet Intrepid class with renders that I've given, so it has both as reference. So this is what it gave us.
hmm. I can see the shape of that saucer. NX, I mean, it's got a little bit of a cut in at the front there, not necessarily the same, but I love the stepping that it has. Overall, actually really successful design. I like the struts, I like the nacelles. The combination of like the NX-01 positioned nacelles with like the the Intrepid style, especially the Bizarre Collector. It's a nice choice. With a little refinement, this could easily just be a nice starship. So yeah,
Yeah, is it Intrepid meets NX?
I don't really see much NX. If I didn't know, I wouldn't. It would be hard to guess. But
I don't necessarily even see much Intrepid either. Which is actually kind of good though, in a sense. It's not doing either, it's doing both. Possibly.
yeah, I mean the shape of the saucer and some of the window arrangements feel very Intrepid-like. So no, I think it's a really successful one, Olivia.
I know that yeah, oh you know what it's doing, it's taken the grey of the NX and kind of carried that over, the more metallic vibe. Yeah, it's definitely like a plain ship, but I mean, yeah, this wouldn't feel much off. What would you do to it to make it more peppy? Like if you were given this a proper function, just
Mm.
one big change, but that keeps most of it the same. What would you do to make it like the reason for the ship to exist? Do you think?
It feels like the Voyager A. So whatever the Voyager A mission was, scientific. I don't know. It kind of has the Voyager A look to me.
Yeah.
From Prodigy Season 2.
Mm.
Dustin says it's more like a Sovereign reskin. Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Sovereign-esque, reskin-esque. Nice. All right, bring another one if you would then. But another scout ship.
Scout ship and a Jem'Hadar ship would be my guess. And Galaxy class, did you merge 3 together?
Nope, New Orleans. Hence the many extra sort of pods feeding. I know, he sold.
Yeah, but the New Orleans doesn't have the Galaxy style nacelles though.
But it doesn't know that. They're close enough, it's just recreating something similar.
It's really odd if you fed it reference images that it would do that.
I mean, they're pretty. I mean, New Orleans are pretty much Galaxy, just a bit longer. I mean, yeah, they're the same because they've got 2 sets of dots at the back. Galaxy has 1 set of dots. New Orleans has 2 sets of dots because it's longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is it silly? Is the question.
It is, but it's not overly silly. It seems I could justify this. I really could.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Although sizing's an issue, like is this small like a scout ship still? Because there's no windows. Didn't add windows to this one. And the choice of that bottom pod is really interesting. Because where to get that front detail from? Huh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, the bottom one confused me because there's nothing from that anywhere. But also, it's done just a really good job just copying the scout ship and then adding some nacelles. I mean, it's definitely the most additive one we've seen, which is not a good thing, I would say. Yeah, this one for me is not a hit. But then, Stuart, if you want to go for the Olivia one, which I have to show the reference shot for it to make sense to y'all.
There's her Julia's class, and she throws in $5 for Julia's class, but Borgified.
And boy, this thing kept asking me sub-questions. Stop asking me sub-questions and render the damn thing. There we go. Borgified.
Yep. Just that green shit all over it. It looks Borgified now. Didn't change the shape at all, really.
Which is good. Really.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to. How successful is that, do you think? I mean, yeah, it's more, well, I think it feels like it's not been Borgified, it's been Borg-cubified. It's gained the greebling elements of that, not of a simulated ship, which is actually kind of interesting in its own way. You imagine there might be some turning point of a Borgification where it has to be armored with the cube-like details, and that can be a step forward, right?
Yeah.
Not bad, really.
Yeah. No, not at all. I think Borgify in any ship, you're going to get the exact same kind of detailing.
Yeah.
We've seen it a few times with these shows, so.
Yes. No, that's reasonably successful.
32 people watching, 25 likes, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get up to 30.
At least.
We can do it.
It really should be more like 150,000. Yeah, if this video gets 1,000 likes, we'll do something special. Why you laugh? I'm serious.
Like what?
Sing a song.
We always do special stuff.
It's true. It's true. What do you think, Olivia? Vote now in the chat. Oh, and also I made a poll, I believe, as well.
Did which is your favorite type of AI live show from us? The AI ship mashup, AI character story art, or no AI would be best. Sorry.
Boy, I hope that one's not winning.
It's at 0% right now.
Oh, damn. Well, that's good. Yeah, I think it's actually quite successful. And I like the fact they did change the nacelle quite a lot. It's the same thing, but it's been shifted enough to be different, which is actually a good thing. All right, so as you say, we've got Ray Rix's as well on the Pay the Pal. So if you want to read out his first one while I'm doing a second one. And this has actually been quite successful, so I'm glad to put this one put in the first one.
Defiant and Prometheus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a mean looking ship.
Damn.
Didn't maintain a lot of the Defiant elements. I mean, the side pods clearly, but the rest is pretty much just Prometheus with some bulking up. It's like the Prometheus hit the gym, and they decided to go for something a little more beefy.
Mm.
And then the cell things on the side kind of remind me of the Horizon, but not.
This is the early Horizon. Yeah, it's taken a point away from the Prometheus, giving it more of a defiantness. He's obviously kept the scout ship cockpit from the previous when I said to ignore things, whatever. But the fact that we recognise Defiant just from those pods works really well. I don't mind the top two nacelles. They're Prometheus, but not. They're a little bit sleeker. Ironically, probably curvier than the actual Prometheus because of polygon limit. But I do rather like how bulky the secondary hull, or the back feel, I suppose. It's got a certain sharp flatness. It's not curved, it's not abrupt, but it's kind of, yeah.
Feels tanky.
Yeah, and not big. It feels smaller than Prometheus now to me.
Benjamin Stone asks, can we mix in non-Star Trek ships? Well, we do these mashups where we do multi-franchise stuff. Today we're just going to keep it Star Trek.
Yes. So save the idea.
Cool.
What do you guys think?
Again, I think this is super successful. I want an explanation for why the Defiant pods would be on the side, though, unless that front section can just detach completely.
Yeah, and that might work.
Well, I could see the top part of the saucer that breaks off having those instead of that stupid one that pops up.
It's not the best.
That would be much better.
Yeah,
this would be a much better option. So,
yeah,
this is the next generation of Prometheus design,
or the less warship version. So I'm taking it back a step.
This seems more warship.
Like
I said, it's tankier. It looks like it's designed to take hits.
Exactly. So it's battleship, not warship. There is a distinction, right? This is not frontline combat. This is middle frontline combat. Yes. Tanky for sure. It's not a throwing knife. It's a tank. It's different.
Yeah, I think this is very successful. So it would have maintained like the front Defiant style pod or something. But I do like the nacelles.
It is pretty good. All right, we got Ray's next one.
Yeah, the Enterprise D and the Enterprise E.
Well, bam. As ever, let's make it brighter. The D and the E. Ultimate powerhouse, maybe.
The USS, I don't know. I see no Enterprise D elements whatsoever. This looks like an Aliens recreation of a Sovereign class, having just seen a few images of it. Like the Wish Sovereign class. Some weird stuff going on with the saucer that I think it was trying to incorporate some Enterprise D in there somewhere, but I can't see where or why or how. But it's definitely done something to the top of the saucer. I don't see anything that is from the Enterprise D, personally. And if you do, then you're special, because I don't.
Thanks,
The
man.
nacelles are an interesting choice.
I like the facades with the black grilling housing. I quite like the neck being so pointy with almost two layers. impulse engines are really small now. Yeah, it's not done. I mean, probably the only thing I think the E's phaser strips aren't the same brown, like the same bright brown. That feels like the D's. But that's, you know, me reaching. And it's pretty cool though. It's very much a why not just make a sovereign? You know, in the scheme of Trek, it's like if it's basically a sovereign, just make a sovereign, right? Don't bother with the old R&D. Just make a sovereign.
Oh yeah.
But
At least this didn't come. I was gonna say at least this didn't come out looking all sovereigny. Oh wait, it did. Captain Freeman would hate it.
Would you agree it's less sharp than a sovereign though? Because I'd say it's a less sharp sovereign.
Sure. Yeah.
Excellent.
Don't see why not.
Excellent. Great. All right, bring in one of the others.
Super chats or one of the others on the side?
One on the side.
Gotcha. This one speaks to me,
Ooh.
but in foreign language that I don't understand.
Yes, this is a yep.
And you're gonna ask the question, Stuart, what ships did I use? And I'm gonna say, I have no fucking clue. So I'll just beat you to it and say I have no idea what you did here.
I don't even remember. This is one of the true failures, I would say. But in
so
so
it's a
well,
it says Pioneer. So
okay, this was I'm sure once I say it, you'll see it. You ready? Are you ready, everyone?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
It is it's the colony ship, the Pioneer from Enterprise.
Okay, I'm glad you got that.
Which is a great ship.
Okay.
Because I can see the elements now that I've seen the name. As for the other ship, I honestly don't know. Could be anything. Those bottom pods kind of say Andromeda to me a little bit, but not that clearly. So what did you do? What did you do here?
Well, your confidence was your undoing. But that's okay, because it had no confidence. This was an Excelsior class, hence 2000. And a Nova class.
Are you kidding me? How? In any way, shape, or form?
Especially as those bottom nacelles, they look like Enterprise G or H. G, yeah, no. The Titan. They look like Titan nacelles, kind of, just reversed. You know, on the belly. And the top was like NX-01 nacelles, which I didn't put those in at any point. So how did it get this from that?
Well, it looks like the shape of the secondary hull feels like Pioneer. It has the name Pioneer on it. The Pioneer has nacelles like that.
Computer
I think
says
you fed
no.
it the wrong images.
I really didn't. Yep, didn't successfully do what I asked. But what do you think of the actual design, though? That is the
I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
No,
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily feel Starfleet. It feels like two different sci-fi franchises mashed together. But overall, I don't mind the design. So there.
Yeah, to me, it feels spoof Star Trek. But the artist was like, yeah, but we can keep, you know, nacelles and bastards, can't we? And then the lawyer's like, and he makes it anyway. And it's like, look, it's not Star Trek. It's got a under detail. It's like, yeah, but it's got sorcerer nacelles. Yeah, but they're not connected to the way it's like sewage. No, sewage. Sewing. But I mean, you could modify this to be a. I mean, I like colony ship. Actually, if you shifted the bottom nacelles to be, you know, the right way up or something similar, then I actually buy this as a colony ship. You warp in the ship, the top saucer and then the top nacelles. They're actually the pulling in ship, and then bottom ship detaches, lands on the planet, becomes the colony, and the top ship stays in orbit as a support craft. Bam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Again, with a little bit of tweaking, but overall the shapes I like. I like the design. It's not standard for Starfleet, obviously, but if it's a specialty ship like a colony ship, I'm down with that. I like it.
It's weird, yeah.
Could have been a lot worse. I just don't know where it's got its DNA from because like, it's not what. Where's the Nova in this? Where's the Excelsior? I don't know. Yeah, imagine Shenron says it gives me Andromeda vibe. Absolutely, me too.
I mean, good texturing.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail in that secondary hull.
It's almost we've tricked it to have some detail, you know? But if you want to read
Yeah.
the next paper, which is Olivia's, and it's just made for you, Stuart. Just made for you.
Yeah, make a ship that Captain Foley will hate. That's not nice.
Well, I tried. I tried for you, Stuart. I tried for you.
So the Dauntless mixed with I can't determine what it was
A
mixed with. Definitely Dauntless.
classic, beautiful Connie.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
this I guess the nacelles.
Yeah, they ain't Dauntless themselves.
We shouldn't have put that in. If I love the Connie, so we should have done
Exactly.
two
So
ships
no, I
I
wanted to
hate.
break. I want to break your heart, Stuart, because combine what you love and you hate. That's
Ah,
the joy.
this isn't bad, if I'm honest. This I could see this in early TOS fleet. Just put spikes on those nacelles, have it be like pre-cage era, a little bit bulkier design. Yeah.
It's not pulled that much from the Dauntless, except the color palette and sort of the sleekness, but it doesn't feel Dauntlessy. It just feels ship-y with, right? That's actually pretty successful, I think. And if you like it now, then hey, we've really changed changed the game.
Wouldn't say I like it. It's just I
Okay.
don't hate it. So
Oh,
mission not accomplished. But
it's like Samuel. You don't like it, but you don't hate it. Okay.
oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I quite
I'll tolerate this ship.
I quite like the exposed warp coils on the saucer. I don't know why. There's something about that as a design style that's like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Looks like it has a USB-C drive, like plug-in at the front.
Well, that's their plasma gun because they've it's also a Romulan hybrid. Didn't you know?
Plasma beam instead of plasma torpedoes. Gotcha.
Perfect. All right, next next super chat if you would.
Benjamin Stone, £5. How about a Ferengi DS9? I think he meant.
Well, it knew the assignment just too well.
Oh my God. It just looks like one of the little gold ships that you'd have in your briefing room or your ready room. And just gold press platinum DS9 is what it is. Limited edition collector's model from Eagle Moss.
From Quarks
I've got
and
gold press
Promenade.
platinum. I'll buy some.
Oh yeah,
Give it.
I sent to buy some of that.
Take my gold press platinum. Here's my big brick. Anyway, it didn't even make it the Ferengi orange Marauder ship color. It just made it look like gold press platinum.
What did it change of the design?
Something on the bottom, and it took away one of the spire things on the inner ring. Other than that, not much.
Yeah, it made you get one spire similar. The other spire has a different feel. The bottom bit is different. I don't mind the texturing, but yeah, it feels like an ornateness. Could you see any logic where the Ferengi would actively design with this innate detail?
No.
Okay.
I was hoping that it would just like make a DS9, but like with Marauder parts when I read the prompt.
Yeah, I didn't want to feed in just the Marauder because it might have limited it a bit. I want to see what it meant by Ferengi, right? Like, what was the design language? Turns out he didn't know.
Yeah, this is a super
Well,
rare collectible that Quark sells in his bar of the station that they're on.
if this was like a fiver, would you buy it?
I could see Hallmark making this. Just a gold DS9 Christmas ornament.
Or
Yeah, I'd probably buy it for 5.
yeah, so it kind of worked. Well, I can imagine this as being like a decoy DS9. The real DS9's cloaked, and this is the fake one to make it look as if the Ferengi bought it and did stupid stuff with it, but really it's some convoluted story. All right, good stuff. We've got our next one, which I believe is a PayPal.
Back to the PayPals, everyone.
And thank you. Those absolutely help. So do.
Ray Ricks again. Sovereign, but confederation version. So all world raisery.
Yes, I did. I
Okay.
did use a phraseology of a warship that I kept saying warship over and over again. So
Nope. It's just a sovereign with, well, I mean, orange lights inside, not red. So it's not super evil. It's just kind of half evil.
it's tepidly evil.
It's just half of the construct has control of this one.
Or the construct's just like on his tea break, so it's sort of passive. It's not red. It's a very bright orange. The doom of the orange.
It's an orange alert. It's a replacement for yellow, you see.
Mm.
I think it failed the assignment a little bit. I wish it would have had a cutout. I wish it would have had like squared off the cells, something to be more world raisery. But yep, not a success in my opinion. But what do I know? I know what I do know. We have 32 likes. Have you not hit like yet? We only have 33 people, but you know, hit the like button if you haven't already. Let's get those up.
I
Go
rather
vote on the
like the
polls
new.
well.
Well, yeah, please do. I do rather like the new bridge module zone. Like obviously it's mostly the same, but the same token it's not. It's got enough oomph to be, you know, a bit different. And the texturing's pretty good. It's got a really don't mess with me vibe.
Yeah, it's funny because that top section looks kind of wave ridery shape wise. Like I could see that whole section lifting out to be another ship.
Ah, okay. And that was Ray that put in for this?
Yeah.
Okay, picture this, Stuart and or Ray. Warps in. Person on the other end of the thing says, "Oh my god, the war sovereign warped in," and then that top bit you said does this, and the torpedoes are on the entire rim of it, whole thing. And it's like,
Damn.
oh, and
Yep.
yep,
I'd buy that.
me too. That would not be a fun day for anybody except the captain of the ship. They'd have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I quite like the texturing. I'm kind of fan of that. But I do wish it. I mean, what does it think? What does it think? Trek weapons are, right? That's what. It's not adding more phasers. It's not adding more cannons. So it doesn't know what they are. It does make it feel more like, a warship. So mission accomplished in that regard. Cool stuff. All right, back to the old pay the pal.
Another Olivia one.
Yes.
$5 for a ship that I will love.
Oh, I meant the super chat. That's what I'm drinking now.
That's different than a PayPal. Olivia, $2. 1,000 likes equals Sam fan dance.
Also that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get those likes up to 1,000,
But not
everybody, because
999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 999. 9
No. Went on to Olivia's next paper or super chat. I mean, is that ready?
The Defiant one, yeah.
Okay. $5. Defiant and Horizon. I want to see if Sam's Defiant, the Sam Defiant Ness's take of two of Sam's many nieces.
Yes.
So confused.
Yes.
So Defiant with Sam's Horizon class. Those nacelles are great, actually.
This is actually
I
quite an
love,
intricate design. Again,
yeah, I
say.
love the light interaction on the front of those Bizarre collectors. Feels like a tough, again, another tanky type ship like the Prometheus one we looked at a little while ago. Almost more primitive because of all the greebling on the hull. Kind of gives Battlestar Galactica vibes or like Mirror Universe, maybe. Those nacelles, though, are just really sleek and nice looking. I like those a lot. And it kind of retains it's got like the Defiant pods at the side, but not as prominent as when we mixed it with the Prometheus. Which I think this looks better. Yeah.
Where did they get the front from? The front glow.
Oh, the front glow? That'd be from the front of the Defiant, wouldn't it?
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, that's kind of a. Yeah, it doesn't. You're right. It's similar, but it doesn't necessarily say the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. It went for so many greebling based details. But yeah, the nacelles are great. Having the. They made me think Cerritos because there's like secondary orange, red after the initial. But I really like having just the warp coils at the back in those little slithers. That's actually really nice. I'd change how tall it was. I think the angle of the horizon line chunk that is goes too high up. But I love the fact those are torpedo launchers. I would say either side. Yeah, that looks a bit mean. I don't know
Yeah,
if
it
you.
looks super aggressive.
I don't know if you could. I don't know if you would. If you were really knowledgeable about these things, you would say Defiant plus Horizon. But I think once you say that, you're like, oh yeah, I see what it did, but it's not done either specifically.
Yeah. It's one of those ones. If it didn't have the name on it
Yeah.
and you asked me which two ships, I would have no idea. I might be able to guess Defiant because of those side things, but it seems like a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
quite like it. Ain't the best ship ever, but that is not what we're going for here. We're going for pretty good / interesting. All right. All right, so Olivia's other one was make a ship Stuart would love. So you got both ends of the spectrum, Stuart. So I asked this amazing program to take the TOS Dauntless, Daedalus class and make it TNG-esque, because I love the Daedalus class. And that is what it gave me.
Beautiful. Not
Yeah.
quite the Pasteur class, but I mean, hey.
Which is ironic. I wonder if it knew to know that. Right? Is it sleeker than Daedalus?
Yeah, there's a refinement in the struts and the secondary hull that,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's not awful. Wouldn't say I love it. Would never ever say I love the Daedalus class. I appreciate the Daedalus class from where it
Oh.
came from and what it represents, but
Oh.
you should have just put a picture of Connie and you would have won.
Well, that's too obvious. I mean, that's too. This is reasonably good. It's one of the things that you would. It doesn't have a place in the universe, meaning it doesn't really feel like a refit per se. 'Cause it's not doing enough, even though it's doing a lot. So it's a more of a alternate concept design versus an actual one. But a
And
pretty. Okay.
I agree with engraved ring of healing. I like the stripe bands on the Bizarre collectors. I do too. It's an
Hmm.
interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Basically, that's how the Enterprise should have looked. It looks like one of the early design sketches for the Enterprise. Uh, yes, but the Enterprise should have never looked like that. Eh. I love that one of Matt Jeffries' designs was turned into the Daedalus class, and then that was seen in Cisco's office, and then became the Pasteur class for all good things. Like, I'm glad that lineage is there, and as a precursor to the TOS era, I think it's an absolute brilliant idea. But I'm glad the Enterprise wasn't this, let's be honest. Something about the Enterprise. It would be interesting to see an alternate timeline where the Daedalus class is in fact the Enterprise for TOS. That's what everybody grew up with.
Mm.
That is their Enterprise. How would you make a TNG version? Would it have an egg-shaped saucer?
Oh, okay. I like that. That's clever. Yeah. So yeah, reasonably good. Didn't do that much, but maybe didn't have to, right? Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Next super chat, if you would, my good man.
Mr. Brett Dean, $10.
Thank you so much.
Can we create a Starfleet Coast Guard vessel like the New Orleans class with the red and white striped livery for close in-planet supports? Starfleet Coast
And I
Guard.
put that prompt in basically as you wrote it for the most chance of it going well. Including New Orleans reference image. Didn't obviously use it very much or at all, but the rest of it.
No, no. The markings are pretty good for the Coast Guard, but again, I can see this as being like part of a smaller vessel in like the TOS fleet. So like a support ship or specific like rescue kind of vibes. I don't think you need the bulky bit on the front, but it's trying to do something different. I do like the spine of this thing leading back to the secondary hull being like nice and thick. The nacelles again are great. Love the red striping on those. But it feels like a much, much smaller ship, and I'd be fine with that. It's an actually pretty interesting design. Needs a nose job. Yes, needs some rhinoplasty.
Yeah, it's definitely taken the window styling of the New Orleans. That's what pulled from. Yeah, the pennants are all pretty good. I could kind of buy the reason there's an insane amount of large windows in the bridge multi-dome for looking out for damaged ships. You know, like there's a whole ring of people looking out physically with their eyes in the battlefield versus just sensors. I could see that.
Mhm.
And the tails aren't bad either. They're very TOS actually, but with a good amount of sort of varied depth, meaning there's more layers to them, right?
Bizarre collectors feel very like Enterprise C styled or Ambassador class, but
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, I do like it.
I do too.
It definitely
Very
has a
good.
few of those hallmarks of the AI ships. There's kind of ran out of things to say, so just pulled them back in. But you know, each one we're judging on its own merits.
Yes, indeed.
All right, how is the poll going?
Yeah, 30, 35 votes. So we should probably close it actually.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, which is your favorite type of AI live show from us? The winner with 63% is AI Ship Mashup, which is this show. Second place is No AI would be best, sorry, with 20%. And the AI character story art is 17%.
Interesting. Now the people can enjoy both, right? We're just giving a percentage. Oh yeah, ship based. It does make sense. But I quite enjoy the people art because it can be anything, anywhere, but anything. That for me, I rather like. But also, I guess it needs people's creativity to be, you know, on point, right?
You should merge the Constitution class with James T. Kirk and see what you get. Dun dun
A
dun.
monstrosity?
Probably.
Probably.
Or Fortress Tiberius from the IDW comics, one or the other.
As I said, a monstrosity. Right, right.
Wow.
Uh, yep. Next one, if you in the
Next super chat.
yes, sir.
All right. Another Brett Dean submission. Another $10. So thank you.
That helps a lot.
Packlets find an old Miranda class in the scrapyard and merge it with an old D7 they found a week earlier. So Miranda and a D7. This will be interesting.
And
And
you're
it
right.
is.
It is.
Yeah. Feels like a FASA creation. That's what that feels like. The Miranda shapes are sufficiently changed that I could just buy this as a Klingon design. Let's be honest, especially from FASA.
A bit too much livery in, for that, but yeah, I see what you mean.
Oh yeah, get rid of the livery, but yeah, call it the big head. It's it leads the fleet, and the one wings support it. Wah, wah. To fight the Fenlon class monitor ships, a whole fleet of them, which is like maybe 10. And this looks like a paddle, like a rocket, so it could, go up and just bop it and start bopping them back and forth.
But I will say, I do like the greebling it's designed around the new head neck area. The sort of the along this axis is actually rather good because I recognize some of it, but I feel like it's done a good extrapolation. Because I really like the prompt. That was a really strong, smart idea. It wasn't a figment of our imagination combination. Actually, they found a way to retrofit, so it's kept the D7 really shockingly intact at the back. That is very close to the reference. But it's on a lot of new things. But yeah, having tuna cells works well. Having variant, that works great. And I didn't think this would be how it was going to play, but yeah, why would you do anything else but put the saucer modified into the boom? It makes some dumb sense.
And Metro Surreal or Mateo Surreal says, "What's a Fenlon? It's a faster ship. It's basically just a ball, like either the primary section of a Daedalus class or like a Death Star, like a mini Death Star. It's just a monitor ship. It's brought up all the time because of Classic for Real. He always puts it in for when we do ship discussions. So if you know, you know, and now you do. Yeah, I like the detailing on the back of the saucer. It feels like it's Klingon design language, the way it's changed. So I think that's a pretty interesting success. I don't think the Packlids could do that, but that's why I said it should just be a facet Klingon ship. I think it would work. Maybe shorten the neck a little bit. Keep the main shape of the D7 at the back. You could definitely do something really good with this.
Yeah, this is definitely one that I could see you asking me to build for a fan film when you're fighting it, and Captain Foe's like, "What is that monstrosity? I kind of like it, sir. It's got the forward power, shield power of a full Miranda style, but the everything else, you're just like, that's dangerous. You're like, yes, it is. Uh-huh. Yeah, but I love the texturing. It really did a great job.
Yeah.
So it could have, yeah, like we're not really setting the rule set for this, but yeah, that's rather successful.
It would have been cool if they built up the back of the D7 to be like the Miranda back end, and then have like a roll bar with the torpedo launcher or the engineering whole thing.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you took out the grills on the front of the facade of the D7, added the 2 torpedo launcher roll bar details, but like sort of put in there just whole cloth but also modified would be pretty interesting. No, I think it's silly, but it's successful. Therefore, I call that a win.
Yes, this is great.
All right, so our next one is our current last one they've got that has been put in for. So there's a nice window of new things. PayPal for 2. You're welcome to ask 2 for the same $5. That helps out a lot. So if you've only got 1.5, put in via that. But yeah, next one if you would.
Benjamin Stone,
Hi, Benjamin.
£5. Enterprise J and a Constellation class.
I do a little bit of sweet talk on this one to be like, I want 4 nacelles.
Well, you got 6.
Yep. So I'm doing a second one where I said zoom out, because stop it, zoom out.
Yeah.
I miss. It's not terrible. Right?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Get rid of that extra set in the cells and just have the 4. I love the way that they're integrated into the saucer. Feels much more.
Which 4?
The only 4 that has struts.
Okay, the strut 4. Okay, I'm just clarifying.
I said get rid of the other pair set in the cells. But yeah, it all flows together fairly well. It's not as feeble and weak looking as the Enterprise J as far as the connection points or the nacelles go. I think it's actually quite successful if I'm honest. It almost feels like an NX version if they were doing something like this of the Enterprise J because of those nacelles. They feel very kind of NX era. But yeah, I kind of like this. This is something that I could see as a dreadnought in the fleet for the Enterprise J 26th century era. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great success.
maybe you should send it to Doug and say, Doug, this should have been yours.
It'd be interesting to see what he'd say. I wonder if he'd go all off half cocked like Andrew did when we showed him the Galaxy X. And
I mean if we were still doing like big guest shows, that'd be a hell of a thing to have AI redesign various like Galaxy variants and just show them and he reviews them. And it's because Doug would definitely be like, he would have opinions to do J variants because it's not. But the J's a weird line anyway, right? It's already a
Yeah. Engraved ring of healing says this is better than the J in my opinion. Yeah.
I mean, people were going to say that because it's a 50-50 kind of ship. You either genuinely really like it, or you say, "What is that monstrosity?" And I will always refer everybody back to our video. Those pylons are not very small. At the smallest point, they're the width of an Enterprise B saucer. It's big. The width. So that, but then that, and then that. That's big. That's big.
Just looks small in comparison to the rest.
Yeah.
But it's super advanced tech. They're still attached to the ship. You know, a few centuries later, we get them totally detached from the ship. But, nope. I think this is a great version of this type of ship. Yeah.
But I did do a second one because I liked that. I wanted the full shot, so a little bonus. And this is the... You'd obviously change it thoroughly. But that's okay. Oh, that's okay.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Right, vote now. Is this better than the Enterprise J? Vote now in the chat. Vote now.
No. Oh my God. This looks like a manta ray that has those things at the front. The shape. The closest nacelle to us coming out of the saucer can just go away. That'd be nice. The other two being there as pods, I don't mind. And those nacelles, I think, are much better than the actual Enterprise J nacelles. Like, they're much truer to the size of the Enterprise J nacelles, but I also like the blue glow running down the length of the strut. That's a nice touch. I've always hated the front end of this ship. That big, bulky, almost clamp-looking thing, and then the deflector in there just annoys the shit out of me. What are you gonna do?
Stuart has opinions. I like it.
Yeah. And get rid of those front. Why are there front nacelles? I don't. Well, it's trying to incorporate a constellation with it, so.
Yeah, I think it's done quite a good job at some of it. It's definitely daft, but if the prompt was doing, I mean, as in if it understood the constellation, if you assume the left-hand double nacelles are on the right hand as well, then I do understand the constellation reference. They're not, but they are sci-fi versions. I think you are somewhat right about the pylons. They different enough, but they feel more structural. I don't recall if at the back of the secondary hull thing there's a giant outer lip thing that goes out like that. I don't remember that. I thought it was slightly different to that. So if that's new, I quite like the split feel.
It's not new. What happened with the Enterprise J? Just they come back into 2 struts. That's about it.
Yes.
So
yeah, so I actually kind of like that. The way it's kind of...
Yeah, me too.
I mean, the 2 front nacelles, I could certainly take or leave and probably leave. They don't add anything, but they do change it from feeling like the same flat front.
Now, if they were like gravimetric emitters or something that emitted something that allows it to travel subspace or something.
Yep, I was thinking that.
Yeah. But, and the pods on top of the saucer, those could be weapons pods of some kind that detach, kind of like drone-like, go out into an enemy fleet and just start launching torpedoes out the side of them, and then come back to reattach. Again, you can come up with a lot of creative, clever ideas for design changes like this.
But the fact that
which is always fun to do.
The fact that it's kept most of the J shape, the texturing is really good, very consistent, and it feels like a render of a spaceship. It's very. I mean, this is why we have really enjoyed this, right? Because it's taken the, that it was new. It's a new ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
I definitely preferred the one we had before this, though.
Well, this is more J, of course, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, I like the changes it made to the struts and then the cells.
All right, so that was our 2 for the J. But our first one from Classic on the PayPal. This was the one I had to prompt in. But if you haven't read it yet, what do you think his prompt was? Because it's something you are going to appreciate once you know it. So everyone guess right now what he asked for in the chat. Everyone start guessing, and then Stuart will read it out in a second.
Trying to think, because it's classic, so
there is some mind games to it. Yeah, I mean they could be. I mean that's what he's like.
I want to say maybe a Miranda class because of those bulky structures on the back of the saucer, but that could just be a carryover from one of the previous things. Maybe Connie.
Read out the prompt, Stuart.
First one, have it do a Starfleet fastest ship. That's it. That's the whole prompt. Oh, okay, perfect.
So I had to have a little back and forth about what is FASA, so it knew.
Well, it feels very kit bashy and FASA for sure. So it's a kind of a success if you know. I love the idea that there's another pod on the other side. You just assume there is, and yeah, I could see this being part of the FASA fleet for sure.
I was kind of expecting to be a crappy black and white drawing, to be honest, but that's okay. Because actually, this is actually more interesting in its own way. Yeah, it's definitely more creative than FASA. Sorry, at least I'm FASA, but it's definitely a. I forgot when it was TMP released. 80s. It's an 80s or blocky vibe, like miniature pieces. I mean, the Delta on the saucer is obnoxious, but that's okay. It's got a kind of Constellation vibe as well, with what's the greebling on the saucer.
Yeah, that's what I think. It might be carryover from some of the previous prompts a little bit.
And there is the Andor class that has the 2 shoulder blades. So there is definitely connective tissue. It makes me more think of a civilian like Federation ship that's inspired by Starfleet. That therefore, I mean, because I'm sure there's races out there that are members of the Federation but not builds in Starfleet, and they obviously see all the famous ships have a saucer in nacelles. It's probably going to work as a format to make ships, and they'll just do their own version, right? I don't think copyright's a thing for ship design. I don't think Starfleet's going to, you know what I mean? They're not going to enforce other races doing a sorcerer, and so I could see that being it. So it's kind of like they've done their own thing, but kept it quite consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, this actually would work quite well, I think, for a fan film, just warping in, being like, hey, we're at the SS Aratoga, can we assist? We've got an entire one pod bay of tribbles. You're welcome. It's like, what? No, go away. Okay, actually. Good job,
Alistair Hyde says the shoulder pods remind me of the fastest Chandley class. 100%.
There you go.
Yes, you need much longer struts, though. But yeah, I would probably just remove those bottom pods altogether. Then you got a really cool, unique facet type Starfleet ship.
So. Yeah, I rather like that actually. But why don't you bring one of our side ones while I make sure the next few are prompted up?
Okay. This one interests me. And again, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yes. Let that confusion flow through you.
This isn't an awful design, but I have no idea what this is. Oh my God. Where'd the star on the front come from?
The dreams of the designer.
I mean, it's got TOS colors. That saucer looks like just with the windows, maybe like a newer, like a Wolf 359 type ship, like the Niagara or the, something that's oddly scaled. Okay, it's something with something TOS. That's all I know. Maybe, actually, the rim of the saucer kind of reminiscent of the Enterprise D a little bit. Maybe.
What on earth do you think?
I give up.
What on earth do you think of the four, the X on the Bassard? Kind of interesting in its own kind of.
The Franklin.
Yeah.
So this is the Franklin and the Connie?
No, I'm saying it reminds me of that as well.
Oh, yeah. And the neck seems like one of the docking things of the
DS9?
DS9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me think, and it isn't in any way, of Star-Lord's weapon, which is the handle in the middle, and two, like... Oh gosh, can you imagine if this is a handheld phaser, and the ring of each phaser, the black bit, that charges and fires like a TNG phaser? That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
And you could do it with LEDs now, couldn't you? You can actually have it, click the trigger, and little LEDs go and let the VFX department do the beam. That'd be really cool. Alright, sorry. No, this was the Enterprise D. Congratulations. And the Excelsior class. The famous giant vertical neck ship, the Excelsior class.
Okay.
He sold everybody.
I mean, the bridge module on the top one looks very NX-like. It's got a star on both saucers for some reason.
Stars are cool.
I don't know.
Would not say it was a success. I don't also know why it's incredibly bright.
I thought it was mixed with a TOS, like clean.
Yeah, no, 100% maybe, but not at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could be a ship that recovers detached saucers. There you go. Just lock them into position.
I mean, I've nothing against the oddity of this concept of having the two. It's not any standard design language. But that's the point. It's obviously therefore super functional and intentional. And maybe you leave the top pod in a star system, you detach at the bottom. The other thing does, a flight in system. The other one was like a very, very mobile starbase, and then picks it up again. Could see that?
Sure. Yeah. Again, we can have some mental gymnastics to try to work out what the ship would have been designed for, which is always fun. But yeah, I don't like the only thing that gives me Enterprise D or Galaxy class is the rim of that saucer,
Yeah.
the lower one.
That's a good shout.
Uh, the windows
Yeah,
shape for sure, but they obviously feel like the Niagara class or something. That's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
But just remind everyone, guys, we are being powered by Super Chats and by PayPal, so all the designs coming out are from you guys. So Super Chat your $5 for a mashup design, or PayPal for more of that support to come in. So be part of the conversation, throw yours in. We've still got a bit to go, so that's how you can be in the conversation. Right, Stuart, the next one, I'll show you the image that was based on first.
Okay.
This classic second one, which is so funny, it's already 6 years ago. Ha 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 ha. The Horizon meets the Foley, at least this version. Are you ready for the epic combination? I use this image, right? So you can see both ships flawlessly. It's there, right? Right?
Perfect. It's going to be a goddamn abomination.
Yes. There you go, the official combination. To wit, I had both designs perfectly in frame, so I knew exactly what was happening. The official combination of the two ships. Here we go, Stuart. How much did you love this?
Pulling a lot of carryover from the other prompts. It's just still got those shoulder things going on.
Which actually look quite cool, in fairness.
It does, yeah.
And if they're torpedo, if they are roll bars on ultra massive steroids, right? Because the box in the space think they're heavy duty.
Looks like it's got photon tubes. So, and that third nacelle, which I would be happy with being a secondary hull. I just wish there was a reflector on the front of it. This is actually kind of a cool design.
Hey, we got him! We got him!
Yeah.
It's not bad, actually. It is an NCC.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the nacelles are actually pretty good. They do genuinely feel like your and my nacelles combined. TOS with a... They're actually quite... Yeah. They're neither, but they're both combined.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a very nice nacelle design.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't know what era to place it in. I guess just post TNG and just say it's a throwback. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do generally think the shoulder warp torpedo pod things sell it. This thing warps in, maybe the bottom deflector nacelle, whatever. I'm gonna call it like a deflector dish. To make it green, make it yellow or blue in your brain. Like, it fires like an anti-proton burst to disable cloaked ships. They decloak, and then the torpedo pods, which are proper high yield mass fire. There's like 500 torpedoes in each pod. They go, and it's that level of fire that's being brought in, and this thing's like unleashing just chaos. I'm down for that.
Could you imagine, as a weapon, a plasma encased photon torpedo? So when it launches, it has a plasma shell, like a plasma torpedo, which hits a shield, causes massive damage, and then the antimatter explosion from the photon blows inwards, like, or outward. I mean, so that I just invented a new weapon. That's awesome. A plasma encased photon torpedo.
And
Dun, dun, dun.
Zenio TV just skimmed through the video. Majority of these ships were made by AI. How sad. All of these ships were made by AI. That's the whole point of the show, is to have fans prompt ship designs, and we see them and comment on them.
And just have fun laughing at the AI results.
Yeah. With direct fan interaction. So it's just pure fun. You guys say something and we create live and review it Trekyards fashion. That's not sad. That's pretty amazing, because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, some are silly, some are great. Having a great time.
Yeah.
Thank you, AI, for powering weirdness. And you know what? If one design inspires you, it was all worth it, right? All right, next super chat. If you no PayPal, probably it's probably both PayPal.
Do we have another PayPal?
Yes, it says, I believe Ray Rick says with some aliens. Oh yeah, I think it's a double. I think that's why.
Okay, so we got the Deradex and a Nagvar.
Yes, now I did zoom in a little bit, so I apologize, but it is a pretty detailed shot. Wabam. So I had a little bit of extra space in your own mind.
Okay, not awful, honestly. Again, it gives me Andromeda vibes somewhat, but
also not. Yes, but no.
well, you can't tell me what I feel. It does give me Andromeda vibes.
But I'm saying, but then green. That was the joke. Like it is, and then but it's also heavily green. It was a very simple joke. Sorry.
Yeah, but the shapes, like
yeah.
Clearly a Romulan design, stolen Klingon tech, I guess.
Stolen valor.
Negvar elements on the top.
Briefly, Darth Cisco, USS Foley for our ship.
The Foley, I like that.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. Sorry, continue. I just wanted to throw that in there.
The Horizon. No, this isn't bad. If both side pods are the same shape, which they don't look like they are here, one seems a little bit bulkier, but it's just an overcomplicated design for some strange reason. The shape on those upper wings feels like I can't think of the ship now. Looks like two Romulan ships stacked together. Looks like that top one can detach. And that's actually a pretty interesting design. But having the red glow at the front, I would change that, obviously.
The more I look at this, the more I like it, actually.
Yeah.
Because if you, I think I would be fine to say there's a symmetry between the left and the right. Because for the most part, it's done that. So take that into account, right? So it's got two giant underpods, like the Daedalus. It's got two giant or medium warp arrays, like Daedalus. The middle pod is in the middle of the middle is from the Negvar from Endgame, so it's got a point. But I love the fact that it feels like it's remember that Klingon Discovery ship, which is the big pods in the middle bit with a little forward bit that we looked at really recently. That's the bottom one to me. For better or for worse. But I really like this. If you take the logic as the top bit is the main ship, a really nice little sleek Romulan ship. Actually kind of great. Yes, change the front glow, fine. Actually a great little Romulan ship. By having like Klingon pods at the back actually gives it a good shape profile.
Yep.
Actually great. And that, as often these seem to be in today's show, that drops off the second piece, which is either a giant weapons module, two full command heads. So if you have one which could be, Fleet A control, Fleet B control, and the middle's a weapon pod, long range phaser lance or something, and then drops it off, picks it up, or that you could really turn this into a really interesting design that really needs very few changes. And if you want to say it's a smaller craft, which is harder to do, I know, then that front red could be a torpedo, like a twin torpedo launcher, just in a different shape. Think bird of prey. So I think that take a bit of plan to tweak it. That's pretty successful.
Yeah, that middle one on the bottom definitely does feel like a weapon lance of some kind. So plasma lance maybe, because it's Romulans.
Yeah.
Those pods could carry troops. They could provide extra energy and supplies for the main ship for a longer mission, or lots of things you could do with that. I like it.
Yeah. See, it can make some good stuff. But Kara asks me, Commander, have you seen the Bridge Commander Enterprise refit / USS Resurrection? I have not, but I'm opening it now. Okay. Yeah, it's a sovereign refit. It's definitely a stow textured thing. Yeah, it's not bad. That's very hybrid. Sorry. Yeah, that's not bad. little bit too forced. But also I totally understand the logic behind a lot of it. Yeah. Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
And my buddy Glimgy is here. That's Brad. Hey, Brad. Nice seeing you again.
Area 51 says, personal note, they have a job interview tomorrow. Wish them luck. Everyone, there's 38 of you. Spam the channel. Wish them luck. Area 51, good luck.
Say good luck, Area 51. Let's
Go.
get them that job.
Press the buttons. But more than one, because you got to type it. But yes, type. Yeah, right. Good job. You didn't do anything about it after submitting. But you know what? You get all the credit. Well done. You made a great ship. Okay, second one, Stuart. And this is I think our current up-to-date one.
Yeah, it would be. Let's see what he's got here. A cavort and a Romulan Mogai.
Oh, his own is a Valdor or Nurixon.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those various names.
You can definitely see the cavort elements.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bird of prey. Yeah, this was a literal like smashing together of some designs. The front pod confuses me quite immensely.
Why? It's so pointy.
It's a weapons pod, like on the front of the Defiant.
Or the Vorcha.
Just launch it into a moon, destroy the moon. I don't know.
Oh, it's a sun killer.
Mm.
Maybe that's the cavort version of Soren's missile. Just launch the whole thing.
Mm. Yeah, but I mean, if you're assuming that the bird of prey is a Klingon design, which it really wasn't designed to be, this could be the Romulan version of a bird of prey, still having the look, feel, design elements of a bird of prey, but Romulanizing them, rounding them out, maybe a TNG style bird of prey. It's kind of get rid of that front thing altogether. It is stuck in the torpedo launcher, so you could just like that's just to launch it really fast, I guess. Take that off, and it's pretty interesting, cool design. Just saying.
Yeah, it's so funny that it feels like a literal someone had two pictures of an Ericsson and a cavort on their computer, two monitors, right? And on their sketch pad they drew it, but as they were doing it they combined each element. Take out the front bit, you're right. But when you literally do that, I really kind of dig the larger domed engine module notes of the bird of prey in the Valdor, the more curvedness of the wings, the more weapon pod vibe versus the points. The head is very well integrated while being still, it knows what we like in a bird of prey, the red ring. I mean, it's actually a really cool, then the giant thing in front of it. Take that out for a second. Apart from that, it's a very logical both, which both has no creativity and yet a really integrated vibe. I have no clue how this had ever been made in universe, because if both ships exist, why the hell don't anyone do this? But it's pretty successful. I wonder if the only way you could rationalize this, again, take that front bit. That's the saucer version. That's the secondary escape craft, right? What if there was a the first wedding of a Romulan officer, of a general in the Senate, and a Klingon officer on the High Council, and to commemorate their wedding, their first glorious house communion, they commission this ship to be built. A true, literal combination of two great societies. There you go.
If you want to see this exact thing, just custom make that model at the back. It's great designs, great shapes. Make it hold liquid. Have the front be a little like stopper thing, and then you put in nectar, and then you got a hummingbird, because that's what that shape is. It's a goddamn hummingbird drinking out of the thing. That's a hummingbird wing shape and a body shape. And now that's all I can see, and that's all you can see now out there. So, haha, have that hanging from your back tree in your backyard or something, and you have hummingbirds come up and dock to it. It's great.
Although Gorgonzola says it's the Romulan Klingon version of the Jaeger. No.
No.
That's a menace. This is an oddity.
Yeah, I agree with Area 51. If you want to finally update the bird of prey, they couldn't do much better. Yeah. Like it's just a newer, upgraded bird of prey.
Yeah, when design peaks at the first step, it's like, well, where'd you go from there? Nowhere. Not making a variant of it. Very cool. All right, so we've got a new one via the super chat, staying on the Romulan Klingon theme, and it has gone well. I was worried it was going to mess this up entirely.
Well, Benjamin Stone puts in £5. How about
Thank
a
you so much.
Romulan Botany Bay? Yep, absolutely successful in every way.
Okay, vote now.
It's
Out of 10.
It is a Romulan submarine in space with extra cargo module on the bottom and the cells put on it. Beautiful. It did a really good job, if I'm honest. It even has a bird-like head, which we know the Romulans like. So I'm going to go vote in the poll for this one. Does this Romney Bay work? Wah, wah.
Sorry, I thought of that. I was like, I need to do a poll. Yeah, and once again, guys, thank you for all the super chats and PayPals. You know it funds the channel and lets us do these fun things. So thank you. Absolutely makes all the difference. And we have all this fun together. It's a great little community. And at some point, probably sooner rather than later, we'll do a ranking of best AI ships, because there's now a good selection of good ones. So you can bring this in and you guys just put in put in 1, put in 2. You wouldn't remember them all. Or I guess down below, you can always like number them and just say bring in whatever. But there are so many good ones now. It'd be interesting to kind of see, do a best of the best.
Yeah, there's always at least 2 or 3 from every live we do that are just fantastic standouts. So
that just kind of.
We also do a live doing the worst of them because there's been some atrocities committed.
Oh my god!
Wow, it's red alert.
Apparently, well, you mentioned atrocities. Red alert! Red alert! Oh, what's the button? Oh, I forget the button. Okay.
He done fucked it up, everybody.
Look, when you're under attack, things over alert, okay? No, this works quite well.
Romney Bay. Oh no. You gotta get out of here now. Hurry.
I'm glad you like the joke. Yeah, I like, because I only gave the Botany Bay as a prompt picture, so there was I want to give the sci-fi extra elements to the AI. I really like the fact that it gave us actual glowing basards and warp nacelles. Super. That really helps. But to give us that back module that's a glow, no idea what it does, but it gives it the elevated tech. Because obviously it would have to be. There you go. Obviously it would have to be more advanced for it to leave and be in Romulan. I think this is actually rather successful.
We're both having lighting issues. Yeah, this definitely
Oh, sorry, it's green, isn't it? There you go. No, it works quite well. Would you shrink the main pod at all, in that it feels very much like a big beer belly coming down below the ship? Would you simplify that a bit more and have it more in line with the ship, or does that?
No.
Okay.
I would keep it like it is, because for the Botany Bay where the cargo modules are like attached on, I think that looks great, and it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, you could incorporate it and make it more sleek looking, but I think for what it's supposed to be, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I like I said, it's not exceptional, but it's damn successful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stuart, that's at the end of our super chat so far. Bring in one from the side, and any other ones, guys. We can. Yeah, we've got the windows open again. So submit. Yeah.
Bring in the greatest of successes.
I wasn't sure I was going to include this or not.
I don't know. What could this be? I think it's probably an Ambassador class Enterprise C.
Yeah. It's such a failure.
And then it's got NCD plus F, I guess, underneath the registry. And some cracks. Oh, there's cracks in the hull.
And so these are back to the other program, which did do a better job. So it's this was, believe it or not, the Enterprise C versus we're the Enterprise E. Huh? What? Yeah, I was shocked by the shittiness of this. Like, he had to think about it. Hard brain think, and then Pixel make a new image, And Note Rise is the same damn thing I submitted, except I guess the bridge dome is a bit different, which actually doesn't look too bad. But it, like, the nacelles are the same! I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I don't understand.
Great design. I love the Ambassador class. Oh, there's like hair or cracks all over the hull, which is an interesting idea, I guess. Yeah, he's like, I'll make it look like something else. Yep. So, is this in any way related to the next one I'm going to bring up? Because
I don't know. You have them in front of you.
I know.
Oh, that was the first. That was the first version I asked for. Because I said no, that's wrong. Try again. So what you just saw was the second version. This is the first version. So this was again the Sovereign meets the E.
It's NC 1701F. I mean, that's closer. But where to get the blue from? I don't know. I'm confused. Immensely confused at this point.
I mean, it's less broken.
Sure.
I mean, do you like the nacelles?
Not bad. It's just like, was AI on strike at the time? Because it incorporated nothing from the Sovereign class. Wow. Anywho's, we'll just get rid of that too. All right, let's bring in something else. Let's bring in so this is a Miranda class mixed with Niagara class.
New Orleans again. I haven't got not that you would know, but I haven't got a Niagara set ready for rendering. Yeah, this is funny because this is what the other AI does. This is not the one to today, this is the other one that I ran out of with the first one, so that's crazy timing. It more successfully shoved them together, but it has not necessarily done an evolution.
You say successfully, but I see the nacelle of the just sitting there off kilter.
Yeah. So not successfully then?
No. No.
But it has combined them, and if you've ever genuinely said to yourself, oh, I wonder what a Miranda class are like where they are New Orleans sort of. Well, now you know. That question has been answered. Congratulations.
Says, looks like it's crapping out in a cell. Push. Ugh, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't not work with some tweaks, and I kind of commend it for, again, the integration factor. It's intriguing, but if this is a Starship Online kit bash show, which we do check out that, then you'd then text, which I guess I could do. This would be a very easy kit bash, actually. You would change the textures of one to match the other. So how do Miranda look with New Orleans textures? That would reinforce us, of course. But that, yeah, I think this also worked quite well, actually. I don't know what the US says. X98XS is.
Tim McCaffrey just said, I always love the USS X98X8.
Yeah, it's famous. Oh, it's famous now. Goodness. Beautiful. We've got one more that is mid-generation, and we're in our last little couple of minutes. Would you guys like us to do a recount best of the best of this live? Let us know. So I can put them back in and we can
Not this live, all of our
No, I meant like I pull back the best that we've generated this live and like see them all again.
Yes. Yeah.
If you'd like us to do that, let us know. We'll ask them being generated, which you can read out now. It'll be there in a minute.
All right, Solaris throws in $5.
Thanks so much.
What about a Starfleet Express 999?
Tried to Google that was. It's a train from a thing. It's a little bit of custom prompting.
He is the long hauler rail fan, so.
So for reference, because I don't know what it is, train. Train. Train! Train! Ready for? Sci-fi train, sci-fi train, sci-fi federation train! I did clarify to give it elements and language and things. Starfleet.
Starfleet's first foray into time travel. They recovered the blueprints for Doc Brown's time machine train and put their own spin on it.
How Starfleet is it? How much do you think it succeeded?
Did fairly well. I like the markings on it. The livery is great. Starfleet's the red pinstriping, the blue glows. I mean, hey, it's not awful. It's not awful.
Yeah, it definitely it understood the spirit of the assignment, if not the technicality. Where's the Delta? Where's the warp engines, right? I said to keep it a train, but definitely did not. It would have been nice in nacelles, or if you're redesigning it, Delta Flyer style nacelles, right? Keep them small, pennants, actual deltas. But I mean, yes, if you're being more literal about it, then yeah, having the warp glows inside the front engine, I can see it. It's not right. You sure? Kind of wish the front 99 had been a Bassard. That would have been obvious. But
yeah, I mean, I'm a huge train fan, especially steam locomotives. So if this was made into a steam locomotive set with an engine that looks similar to this, like a locomotive, I would buy it. There are Star Trek trains out there, with like different themed like box cars and stuff. I would absolutely buy this. It would need some refinement, but yeah, I would get it. If it's a steam locomotive, I love it pretty much. So
yeah, I think it did the assignment quite well. I don't think well, it says Starfleet. I don't know if you'd know what it was, but like previously, you would know.
Yeah.
What it's trying to be.
And let's close the poll with 20 votes.
Oh yes.
Did the Romney Bay work? 81% say yes. 19% said no.
Nice. All right, let's do a slight recap and see what you guys think. Yeah.
So guys, hit that like button if you haven't, because we're 4 likes away from 50. Wouldn't mind getting to 50 if we possibly could. That'd be awesome.
That would indeed.
Yes, Dan, you can get an official Star Trek train set. Yes. It's cool, but it's not cool enough for me to want to buy it. Plus, I don't have a layout currently set up, so I wouldn't be able to use it. So, but Sam has been to my house. He knows I got steam trains around.
Yeah, it's always lovely seeing the Christmas videos, and the trains are a big part of that. I always love that.
It's not officially a Christmas tree till there's a train running around it.
The cannon of the Foley house. All right, so here's a whole load, and obviously being slightly finer than black boxes of them. But all right, guys, let us know what your favorite is. What you're thinking, how you're feeling while I make them brighter.
I've got 3 that I really like out of this lineup.
Well, if we number then 1 to 9, raise up a little bit. Yes, 1 to 3, 6, 7, 8. So 8 there.
Okay, so for me, it's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, not number 6. Sorry, number 7.
Mm-hmm.
And number 8, just minus that front part. So those are my 3 favorite ones out of this one. The other ones, I mean, the Enterprise J is a little much, but the other 3 feel like ships you would see in like Star Trek Armada or some kind of video game like that. The other ones are at least unique. Like I really, really like number 7. And with some tweaking, number 1 could definitely be a FASA Klingon design, and I think that's fantastic. And for a next generation upgraded bird of prey, Romulan style, that's a home run in my opinion for number 8. So
And Classic says, "Woo mine, all mine." Were they? Yeah. Who claims all of these? Because I think Roy had some. No, Roy had some as well. Yeah, hard to do a poll on this one because there's 8 of them.
well, Prime Directive likes number 2, so the Prometheus and the Defiant mashup. Darth Cisco likes number 4, which is the Defiant. No, sorry, the Intrepid class and the NX-01. And Basilo Foe also likes that one. Yeah, but that's such a generic, like, Star Trek ship. It's super successful, don't get me wrong, but I like the uniqueness of the other ones that I picked.
Okay, poll going up based on Stuart's favourite / Yeah, because that's the thing. You can something about one of these designs can just tickle you into what you like for Trek, because the middle two are both very similar but also very not similar. But there's such a consistency there, right? The D7 Miranda was such a punt that it works rather well. I like the FASA because it has a structure of constructed nonsense that FASA has. So that, like that, the Bird of Prey I think is very successful because it's a good hybrid. The Foley one, yes, I mean probably cut out the last, the nacelle, whatever, probably be better ship straight away. The Prometheus Defiant, I get it. You'd want to design it, but I don't think the final, if you properly did it, would feel as satisfying because it's too familiar. And then the like I said, the two, well, the J is just weird for weird sake, but not as weird, because I think if you showed this and the J itself, a good chunk of the audience would say the J is weirder, even though that was the intended design.
Classic Fury likes number 6. Solaris likes number 7. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some pretty fair designs. I mean, I picked the best ones, or like the most interesting ones. There's some lesser.
Yep. No, they could all be reworked slightly to be much better. So Darth Cisco says he voted for 7 in the poll. Let's see where the poll is at. We have 9 votes. We got a tie for 1 and 7. So the Miranda and D7 and the Foley and Horizon class.
Vote now. This is your time, guys. You've got 3 minutes. Voteth ineth the polleth. Beeth part of the solution. The solution.
Withineth commandereth cuckingth. Perfect. One more like to get to 50, guys. Hit the like button if you're just joining us or haven't hit like yet. Let's get to 50. We can do it.
Yeah, look how many
I
cool.
have faith in all of you.
Do you have faith of the heart? If you have a heart still.
Yes. I was listening to that earlier today. Hopped in the car to go do some stuff. It's the first time that came on.
Nice. Never got the hate for that. It's a prequel. It's like just after NASA, really. It's fine. And I was there when it came out, so I'm more pissed about the Connor looking weird in Stranger Worlds. That I'm more pissed about. No, I mean, there you go. And if you're a Trek fan out there with some actual design skills, take one of these that have inspired you and do a more formal fixed version, right? That'd be super cool. Take the Miranda Klingon and do your own thing. Take the not Romulan Klingon thing, right? Or if you're really fancy, take the FASA design and sketch it back into the FASA style. That'd be pretty funny too.
Damn, I have a problem. Maybe you can help me.
Okay.
I broke my optical data network relay. It's all like frazzled and
oh no.
up. Can you fix it?
Is that why your camera was breaking at the start? We had to swap to the other network.
Maybe, yeah.
Super glue, hot glue.
I mean, maybe.
Or whatever it went into, break that and then just shove it in so that it's just sort of something will connect.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you.
And the more destruction, the better. Just so you know, that's how that tends to go.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
So if you had to pick one favorite, just one, what would you say?
Easy answer. And it's not for the reason you'd think. It's number 7. The Foley and Horizon
Wow.
class. Because just as a cohesive design, it's great. Just change that front lower nacelle thing to a sensor dish.
Mhm.
And I think even leave the pods on. Like, the pods tell an interesting story.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said,
They're
plasma
important.
encased photon torpedoes as a weapons thing. That'd be great.
Plasmidos.
With phasers attached to them. So as they're launching, they're wrapped in plasma and they're just like spinning like phaser streams.
So what you're saying is the Inquisitor's lightsaber from Rebels, but phasers firing, and as it gets close, it launches plasma, and as it hits it, I mean, there you go. That is the next generation. I mean, Tomatas, he missed a trick. Who needs Enterprise D flying through a ball cube? Just fire a phaser firing plasma torpedo launcher with torpedoes inside.
Plasmidos, full spread, yes. Classic Friel says, "Hey, 7 is also my prompt." Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Raj, he would vote for number 4. Yeah, it's such a standard ship design.
But hey, if it tickles you, then there you go, it tickles you.
Yeah. Like I said, I can see that in any new game, like where they try to design a new ship.
Armada 3, etc.
Yeah.
I think as is, my favorite is number 1 because I feel the story.
Yeah.
The most creative I like most is the faster one because it has the most fun.
Number 6?
Yeah, sorry, number 6, the fast one, yeah. But I think if you were saying with the ability to tweak it, then yeah, the Foley Horizon one, because that is the best baseline to then modify properly. Most of the other ones need a lot more work to they're either too uncreative or too weird. That one you said you could take somewhere real with less work while being still quite original.
Yeah.
But the fast one does tickle me in a certain way. I think the texturing is just really nice.
Would you keep the pods or get rid of the lower pods?
Well, I would probably have one pod and just keep the one on the left to make it asymmetrical, which is so against what I like normally, but there's probably a reason for it, right? You'd write a reason.
Could be like a fighter launch and landing bay, like Battlestar.
Well, all work be. Maybe less worry.
Oh, yeah, more of a support repair ship.
Yeah. And the whole thing just one giant garage for bees. Yeah. All right. There you go, everybody.
Very good.
A fun
Thank you
old
for joining us.
A fun old time.
Perfect. Well, let's close out the poll with 13 votes. The winner is 7, which is our ship, the Foley Horizon, with 38%. Second place is 1, the Miranda D7, with 31%. 36%. They're tied now.
Okay.
1 and 7 are tied at 36%. Third place is 8, the Romulan ship, 1%. And the FASA one has 7%. So
I like it.
Finish that with a tie.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. We will see you when we see you. Watch our content coming out on Saturday, of course. And next week we'll have a lot more lives. So
yeah, End of
until
Stranger
then, have a
Worlds.
great
We've
weekend.
done it. And we're post Stranger Worlds world. There'll probably be some sort of Drunk House retrospective at some point. But time and place
still be to be determined.
Yeah.
It can't be this weekend, and we'll get to it.
It's a commitment. We can't just do it. We're not Palpatine. We can't just do it. I'm done now.
Perfect. All right, guys. Until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley. Bye, guys.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Bye.